Hi, how's it going? And welcome to Libby Presents Ghost News Network. Today is our question of the week. As you notice, there's only two of us here today, but we have a really interesting question that Will has brought up, and we're going to discuss it for a few minutes. So Will, what's the question?
So the question is, do you think, let's say in a battlefield, spirits of opposing sides still quarrel in the afterlife?
So do I think spirits of opposing sides still quarrel in the afterlife? You know, I would probably say yes to some degree. I mean, if you're talking about people dying traumatically, you have the residual aspect of it, so there's always that. But in terms of like them quarreling, I think of whenever we go to Lake George, and when we were at the battlefield and we were investigating, and I kept feeling like I was being attacked by like an Indian spirit, because I saw like what looked like a Native American with a hatchet like down below me, or a tomahawk like getting ready to pull the back of my hair, and it actually freaked me out. And I remember seeing that, and you know, I kept getting like hot spots, like it kept feeling like somebody was cutting here. I just kept getting like these sensations. So I mean, if that's their mentality, and that's, they're so into the war and that's how they passed away, they might not know anything else but to be in that type of environment. So I would think so. Yeah.
It makes you wonder if, just in general, if spirits can see and contact each other, like make contact with each other.
Yeah.
It's a very.
Are they all on different levels from each other? You know, is each spirit sitting at a different level than the other one?
That really makes you wonder. But I think the same thing. I think that old habits don't die.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
Yeah.
But no, the feelings and you go to war, just the pure hatred you have to be able to have to kill somebody else.
Yeah, but then you have situations where you have battles in the Civil War where it's literally brothers fighting brothers.
That's true.
Would they really die in battle and still quarrel with each other?
Well,
or you would hope if it's an intelligent spirit and stuff like that, it's not residual, that they would move on from that and come to find some sort of peace.
Then again, at that point, I think it might have to do with the individual conflict itself, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a civil war, maybe, you know, two men that don't know each other that are on complete opposite ends of the spectrum might not move on.
Right.
But, like, somebody who's right there on the border and sees literally their brother fighting on the other side, they would move on from it.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But, like, say, like an American Revolution type thing.
Right.
That hatred
that was passion. That was fighting for freedom. That was fighting for.
So those spirits might not move on for hundreds, thousands of years. You never know.
That's sad though to think about, isn't it?
It is.
Like be stuck in like an eternal
turmoil
battle.
It's crazy.
Wow.
It's a crazy thing to think about.
Yeah. I would hope that you'd be able to move on and after a while be like, hey, we've been doing this for a couple centuries. Maybe there's something else going on.
Yeah.
These people keep coming and doing barbecues over here.
Well,
like, why don't we check this out for a minute?
That's another question. Now, this gets a little more topical, but in the war on terrorism, where you get, let's say, an American soldier and a member of the Taliban in the afterlife that are still quarreling in the afterlife, but they're also still fighting in real life.
Right.
So how is that tension? that's like,
and that's to assume that every spirit that passes away is stuck here. That's not necessarily the case.
That's true.
You know, I mean, you would assume most of them move on to another life. So usually, something that's stuck here is attached to something or someone, or you know, maybe in this case their mentality of wanting to win the war or whatever.
Right.
And does everybody's reaction to the afterlife have to be the same? Like, if you don't believe in purgatory, or you don't believe in X, Y, and Z, does it mean you have to go through that? Or does that mean your belief system will take you to where you need to go? I don't know, because I always think of like What Dreams May Come, the Robin Williams movie, where what you think is going to happen is what happens to you because that's your belief.
Yeah.
Not that any one particular person is wrong. And I like to think that it's like that to some degree.
It's a great movie.
I love that movie. So if you haven't seen it, check it out. What You Must Make Con, Howard Williams.
Definitely a great movie.
Yeah. Wow. It's deep.
But I mean, then you're like that opens up a whole new can of worms.
Yeah.
You're talking about.
Let's stick to today's topic.
Yeah.
We don't want to steal all the good questions from Tom. Yeah, I mean, I would hope not. I would hope not, because that's an awful afterlife, just constantly stuck in turmoil and battle. And always feeling that rage and aggression.
You would hope not, but
I think it's possible, absolutely.
yeah,
I think it's possible.
I'm on the same wavelength. I think it's definitely possible and almost borderline it's probable.
Yeah, definitely. That's, yeah. All right. So what did you guys think of this week's question? Let us know in the comments section below and tell us what you think. Do you think that spirits in warring battles are stuck to battle forever, or do you think maybe some of them let go? If you like these videos and you'd like to follow all things Long Island Paranormal Investigators, please click that subscribe button. And at the top right hand corner you can click that little bell to get notifications. Sometimes YouTube unsubscribes and unnotifies people, so just make sure you stay on top of that so you get all things Long Island Paranormal Investigators. So again, thank you for joining us for this week's question, and until next time, have a good one, guys.